Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a critical component of pharmaceutical manufacturing: water. You might be thinking, water? Really? But trust me, it's way more complex than it seems. Water is a universal solvent, and it plays a crucial role in everything from dissolving medications to cleaning equipment. But not all water is created equal. In the world of pharmaceuticals, different types of water are used for specific purposes, and the quality of that water can have a huge impact on the safety and efficacy of the final product. The United States Pharmacopoeia, USP, a scientific non-profit organization that sets standards for medicines, food ingredients, and dietary supplements, has a dedicated monograph, E, that outlines the different types of water used in pharmaceutical manufacturing. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of pharmaceutical-grade water, breaking down the key differences between each type and why understanding these distinctions is so important. Let's start with the most familiar type of water: drinking water, also known as potable water. This is the water we consume every day, and it's also used in the initial stages of pharmaceutical manufacturing for tasks like cleaning and rinsing equipment. The USP sets strict standards for drinking water, ensuring it's free from harmful contaminants like bacteria, viruses, and heavy metals. Now, you might be wondering, how is drinking water different from the water used in the medicines we take? Well, think about it this way. You wouldn't use the water from your tap to directly make a life-saving injection, right? That's where purified water comes in. All right, let's shift our focus to purified water. As we discussed, purified water is a step up from drinking water in terms of purity. It undergoes processes like distillation, deionization, or reverse osmosis to remove impurities that could affect the quality of pharmaceutical products. Think of it like this. Imagine you're baking a cake. You wouldn't use water straight from the tap, right? You'd likely use filtered water to ensure your cake has the best taste and texture. Similarly, in pharmaceuticals, purified water is used in various stages of manufacturing, such as dissolving active ingredients, preparing solutions, and cleaning equipment. Now, the USP sets specific conductivity and total organic carbon (TOC) limits for purified water to ensure its purity. These limits help control the levels of dissolved ions and organic compounds that could potentially contaminate the final product. But remember, purified water is not sterile. So, while it's suitable for many pharmaceutical applications, it cannot be used for procedures where sterility is absolutely crucial, like injections. All right, let's talk about the gold standard of pharmaceutical-grade water, water for injection, WFI. This is the water used to produce injectable medications, so, as you can imagine, its purity and sterility are absolutely paramount. WFI undergoes a multi-step purification process that typically involves distillation or reverse osmosis, followed by sterilization. This rigorous process ensures that WFI is free from any contaminants that could potentially harm patients. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a surgeon about to perform a delicate operation. You wouldn't use just any water to sterilize your instruments, right? You'd need the purest, most sterile water available to ensure the safety of your patient. The same principle applies to WFI. The USP sets stringent requirements for WFI, including limits on endotoxins, which are harmful substances found in the cell walls of certain bacteria. These limits guarantee the safety of injectable medications. Now, WFI is not only used for reconstituting medications, but also for cleaning and sterilizing equipment used in the manufacturing process. This ensures that every step of the pharmaceutical production chain meets the highest standards of hygiene and safety. Now let's focus on a specific type of water for injection called sterile water for injection, or SWFI. As the name suggests, SWFI is sterile and ready to be used for injections. It's essentially WFI that's been packaged and sterilized in a final container, ready for immediate use. Think of it like this. Imagine you're at a hospital and a patient needs an injection. You wouldn't start boiling water and sterilizing it right then and there, right? You need a readily available, sterile solution That's where SWFI comes in. It's pre-packaged in vials or ampoules, ensuring sterility and convenience. SWFI is commonly used as a diluent for reconstituting powdered medications or for directly administering injections. Its sterility is critical to preventing infections and ensuring patient safety. The USP sets strict standards for SWFI packaging and sterilization methods to maintain sterility throughout its shelf life. This includes testing for sterility and endotoxins to guarantee its safety for medical use. Let's talk about a specialized type of water for injection, bacteriostatic water for injection. This type of water is unique because it contains antimicrobial agents, typically benzyl alcohol, to inhibit bacterial growth. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a medication that needs to be administered over multiple doses. You wouldn't want to repeatedly puncture a vial of SWFI, increasing the risk of contamination, right? That's where bacteriostatic water for injection comes in. The antimicrobial agents help prevent bacterial growth, making it suitable for multi-dose vials. Now, it's important to note that bacteriostatic water for injection is not suitable for all applications. The antimicrobial agents can be toxic to newborns and should not be used in neonatal care. The USP sets specific requirements for the concentration of antimicrobial agents in bacteriostatic water for injection to ensure its effectiveness and safety. It also outlines testing procedures to verify the bacteriostatic properties of the solution. All right, let's shift our focus to water for hemodialysis. This type of water is specifically designed for use in hemodialysis, a life-saving procedure that filters the blood for patients with kidney failure. Think of it like this. Imagine your kidneys aren't functioning properly. Harmful substances start building up in your blood. Hemodialysis acts as an artificial kidney, removing these toxins. And the water used in this process is crucial because it comes into direct contact with the patient's blood. Water for hemodialysis undergoes rigorous purification to remove contaminants that could harm patients. This includes removing impurities like calcium, magnesium, potassium, and aluminum, which can be particularly dangerous for dialysis patients. The USP sets strict standards for water for hemodialysis, ensuring it meets the highest purity levels. This includes limits on bacteria, endotoxins, and specific ionic contaminants. Let's talk about sterile water for irrigation. This type of water is used for rinsing and irrigating body cavities, wounds, and surgical sites during medical procedures. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a surgeon performing a procedure. You need to clean the surgical site to prevent infection, right? Sterile water for irrigation provides a safe and effective way to rinse and irrigate the area, removing debris and contaminants. Sterile water for irrigation is packaged in large volume containers, typically 1 liter or more, to accommodate the needs of surgical procedures. It undergoes sterilization to ensure it's free from any microorganisms that could cause infection. The USP sets standards for sterile water for irrigation packaging and sterilization methods to maintain sterility. This includes testing for sterility to guarantee its safety for medical use. Let's dive into sterile water for inhalation. This type of water is specifically designed for use in respiratory therapies, such as nebulizers and humidifiers. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a respiratory condition that makes it difficult to breathe. Sterile water for inhalation can be used to create a fine mist that helps moisturize the airways and loosen mucus, making it easier to breathe. Sterile water for inhalation undergoes a specialized purification process to remove contaminants that could irritate the respiratory system. It's also sterilized to ensure it's free from any microorganisms that could cause infection. The USP sets strict standards for sterile water for inhalation, ensuring it meets the highest purity levels to prevent respiratory irritation. This includes limits on bacteria, endotoxins, and particulate matter. Last but not least, let's explore water for analytical purposes. This type of water is used in laboratory settings for various analytical techniques, such as chromatography, spectroscopy, and titrations. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a scientist conducting an experiment. You need to be certain that the water you're using won't interfere with your results, right? Water for analytical purposes is highly purified to ensure it doesn't introduce any contaminants that could affect the accuracy of your analysis. The USP classifies water for analytical purposes into different grades based on its purity level, such as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3E water. Each grade has specific conductivity, organic carbon content, and particulate matter limits to meet the requirements of different analytical techniques. Type 1 water is the purest grade and is typically used for sensitive analytical procedures, while Type 3 water is suitable for general laboratory use. Choosing the appropriate grade of water for analytical purposes is crucial for obtaining reliable and accurate results. And that concludes our exploration of the different types of water used in pharmaceutical manufacturing and medical applications. So, there you have it, guys. A deep dive into the fascinating world of pharmaceutical-grade water. We've explored the key differences between each type of water and why understanding these distinctions is crucial in pharmaceutical manufacturing and medical applications. From the water we drink to the highly purified water used in injections, each type plays a vital role in ensuring the safety and efficacy of pharmaceutical products. Remember, the USP Monograph provides a comprehensive guide to the standards and applications of each type of water. I encourage you to check out the monograph for more detailed information. And as always, stay curious and keep learning.